What's up? It's your boy Slade back at it again, and today we are doing another vlog, but instead of the Mustang, we're putting parts on the Bronco today. We're going to be putting some suspension on, so let's get to it. Oh. Okay. We're going to pull them in right here. I'll get them lined up. What just happened? What did you do?
For some reason, I thought that door was...
What? Holy cow. I can't. Yeah, right there. Oh my goodness. So what happened?
In my head, I thought that door was small, but I forgot that when we built this place, we made sure that we didn't have to take stuff off the top like that. So, for a second, I flinched. What was this doing?
He was just hanging out.
Hanging around?
Yeah.
All right. Did you tell him what we were doing?
Yeah, briefly, but I know you know more about it.
All right, let's go over and take a look. So, all this stuff is from Panda Motorworks that we bought. Start with the smallest piece first. Jock, trackbar relocation for the back. More stickers. Pretty simple piece. A lot of box for a little box. Next is this kit that comes from Panda. They always pair together the zone upper control arms with their Eibach Coilovers. So, more stickers. Say zone on them. Got a little protective coating.
And there's the other one.
There's the little cap, the dust boot covers for your zerk fitting.
And a sticker.
Oh, another sticker.
And then what are these two big ones?
Those are the actual coilovers. And we went with the heavy duty springs just because of the extra weight from the boxes, the fridge,
Just all the
the
upgrades they've done.
subwoofer,
mainly.
wheel and tire on the back.
It's a brick. Oh yeah. Those are big. Holy cow.
That is big.
How much do you think that weighs?
I don't know, the box says the weight, I think. Yeah, that's the, that's one of the fronts.
It almost looks like it is almost the same gray as the car.
Oh, the color of the spring?
Yeah. And you said those are the front?
Yeah, that's the front.
So that
There
means
was a spider.
these are
The rear.
the rear.
We won't necessarily do a how-to video, just like that last video we did. We'll just kind of check in along the way. But we will go take a measurement and see where it sits now in comparison
There's
to...
stickers, I was wondering.
Those are.
Is that for the front?
I think that is for the front. I don't know why they're in the rear box, but
Is the
maybe just
the
because
front
of
box didn't have any
that's
screws
true.
or anything in it.
All right, let me go get a tape measure. And we'll get that measure. Start on the front. We have 5 1/4 between the 37 and the Sasquatch flare. 5 3/4. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And that's with a 2-inch preload spacer on the factory Sasquatch setup. And then on the back, we have 5 7/8. So we have an 1/8 inch of rake front to back, which is good, but it almost looks perfectly level. So whenever we load it down for our big trips, it ends up with the front end being nose up just a little bit. So, all right.
So I got it here.
Need more air. What's that? You want to see how big this is against a Mustang? That's with it sitting up on a lift.
That's with it on a lift. It's almost above, like, the front fender. That's crazy.
And she wants something bigger than this.
Yeah, what does she want to get?
38s,
And what are these?
37, 1250s.
Yeah.
And a Cooper STT Pro.
So I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. My dad is getting a 2015 Mustang for his birthday, but he doesn't know it's getting dropped off. So in a little bit, it's gonna get dropped off, and I'll show you all his reaction. So, quick update.
I'm marking my alignment bolts on the front with some paint, so I have a reference point to put it back in. The way I'm going to do this, a lot of people take the tie rods off, upper ball joint, all that stuff off. Last time I did it, I just took these bolts out and swung this lower control arm out of the way and replaced the strut without having to mess with all these other ball joints. I will be doing an upper control arm, so I know I have to do that later on, but that'll still save me from busting this loose and potentially overextending this axle. And I don't have to take this axle nut off doing it this way.
Yeah.
One extra step though, we have metal coat lower control arm skids, so I have to take these off first before I can get started disassembling.
Hurry.
Did you bring bread?
And birthday to you.
I just said how many days.
Where's the balloon?
I thought they were gonna be on the car.
I got her to put the bow on the car real quick. Well, yeah, I bought that stupid bow. And I thought you'd probably see it in the, yeah, you know,
All right, so we are back. We had to take a break for a minute, but what are you working on at the moment?
I got the lower control arm undone. So we had to take the sway bar off because you couldn't get the lower control arm bolt out with sway bar in place. So I got that out. We're about to drop this straight down. Let's see if we can get this one done real quick. But we had to take a break because I got an early birthday present that I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was coming today. It's kind of surreal seeing that sitting in my garage finally.
Huh, you've been talking about it for
Well, it's been a plan.
a while.
Yeah, it's been a plan of ours for, see? It
Oh, yeah.
goes
It's going
straight out of
out.
the bottom.
So that's really easy.
Yeah, instead of taking all that other stuff off. And boom, here we go. Ta-da.
Yeah, perfect. And you can already tell how much, like, the other one looks a lot bigger.
Well, it's not that it's really any bigger.
Oh yeah,
It is a little bit, but
it's just a little bit.
the difference is spring rate and travel.
The spring
and
is also bigger.
dampening.
That might be another thing.
Yeah, the spring is a longer spring. The new one has a bolt that goes in the top, not a stud that's sticking through, so it's a little bit harder to line it up.
All right, so now that you got that on, do you want to go talk about the new car?
Yeah. So we've known this car was, or I knew this car was coming for my 40th birthday, which is at the end of this month. I did not know I was getting it today. So that was a little bit of a surprise. The history on the car is my mom surprised my dad for his 60th birthday with this 2015 it's a base model with a performance pack, and she surprised him with it. He's had it the whole time. It's been babied. In 2020, I believe, we put the Pro Charger on it, and we did it right here in this garage. And then probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, he put the wheels on this one. But he started getting the itch to have a car that had the new 10-speed in it, and he thought about going with a single cab short bed F-150 and putting a Whipple, and so that kind of got him itching for something new. And the closer it got time to him actually pulling the trigger on something, he decided he couldn't live without a Mustang. So for his 70th birthday, he went and got a premium 24 model that was leftover stock in the spring of 25 after we went to Ponies in the Smokies. He went and bought a silver 24 model with a 10-speed, and his goal was put a Whipple on it. The closer it got time to him getting rid of this car, he decided he doesn't think he can live without the feeling of the Pro Charger, as much as a Whipple would be fun too. He thinks he's going to miss the way the Pro Charger builds its power. So I think now the plan is to Pro Charge his 24 model, and I'm sure we'll make a video on that too. But I knew the car was coming, I just didn't know when it was coming. My wife bought it for me for my birthday from my parents. The car has 9,722 miles on it.
Which is crazy for a 2015.
Yeah, and it's a 2015 model. It might have seen rain once or twice.
It's been washed in the rain a few times.
Yeah, but it's never been a daily driver, ever. So
even when it was stock, it was not a daily at all.
Yeah, and he asked for input on the wheels and stuff, so yes, it's my dad's car. I just couldn't let this one out of the family. When he talked about getting the new one and getting rid of this one, I don't think I'd be able to stomach knowing that a car that he had babied like this for as long as he did wasn't in the family anymore. So that's when I spoke up for it about 16 months ago and told him, I was like, if you'll just keep it till I turn 40, that'll be my midlife crisis car. So that is it. All right, this side's done, minus putting the lower control arm skid back on and the sway bar. But the other side, you gotta undo the steering shaft in order to get the upper control arm bolt out. So I started with the easy side first, but the way we did it with doing the lower control arm bolts and swinging the lower control arm out made it really easy just to put in the new coilover. And then I applied just a little bit of pressure underneath the lower control arm and pushed up on it, and was able to swap out the upper control arm very easy. So now to the hard side. All right, well, as you can see, I'm absolutely disgusting. I did find a trick out to putting the top bolts in, because they're no longer studs that stick out of the top like the factory one is. So if you'll put the bottom bolt in and then have somebody jack up the differential slowly, you can line up each one of these and not have to worry about cross threading or anything like that. So the back is very simple. I'm gonna put the fender liner back together, and then we just have to put our trackbar relocation bracket on, and it's ready for a test drive. The front, we gained a 1/2 inch over what we had, so we're going to try to get another 1/2 inch out of that, so we're another inch up in the front, and same thing in the back.
Perfect.
All right, so the front ended up being right out of the box, no adjustments. 5 7/8, so just under 6 inches. And the back ended up being 6 3/4. So I will probably get under there and add a little bit of preload to them and raise it up just a little bit more, but I do like the fact that it's higher in the back now than the front. So not sure I'm going to do that part of it tonight. Might save that for tomorrow, but yeah.
All right, so my dad just got back from the alignment shop. Let's see how it went.
All right, so they got everything pretty much within spec. Caster's a little bit out, but they matched it on both sides, so it's not a big deal. Toe, camber, everything else is good to go. It drives great. The stance that it gave it after going up from the perch collar lift, I think we got roughly 1 inch in the front, and we got closer to 1.5 inches or 2 inches in the back, the way we have it set up. The body lift just came in the mail today. I don't know that we will get that on before we leave town in the morning, but yeah, everything's good, and we'll see y'all at Bronco Stampede.